Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
I said blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. I said blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. I said...
Yes guys, what is going on? How are we all doing? And welcome to episode number 1 of our Manchester City career mode on FIFA 18. You guys have been asking for this series for absolutely ages. We did this on FIFA 17. Absolutely loved it. You guys seem to really enjoy it as well, which is fantastic. And like I say, we're back again with a Man City career mode. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this one as well. If you are psyched for the start of the series, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on this video. And don't forget to comment down below signing suggestions, of which I'm going to be wanting plenty when we look at the team in a second. And also any general feedback as well. But yeah, this is episode number 1. I don't quite know exactly what we're going to cover today. I don't think there's going to be many, well, I don't think there's going to be much gameplay, but we're going to be sorting out the team, addressing what areas we need to improve in, moving people on, bringing people in potentially, but I do want to see what you guys think before I bring players in. And yeah, maybe we'll do some pre-season games, maybe we'll sim them. I've not decided yet, but I suppose the first things first, let's take a look at the budget, let's take a look at the squad, and let's set up how we think we're going to be playing for this season. First things first, I suppose, we've got a few messages in the mailbox instantly, of course, as you always do. We've accepted the invitation for the Asian Elite Cup, which we'll be participating in. We've also got some objectives to do with branding and shirt sales and all that kind of stuff, important transfer market information, vision and expectations. Now, as you'd expect Man City, stuff like the youth development is quite low priority. What's high priority is the brand exposure, continental success and domestic success. Financially, it's got literally no objectives whatsoever as it happens, so you'll have to bear that in mind. Skate Report has arrived, we'll have a look at that in a second, and then Oscar Watson introducing us himself. What are they recommending? We've got Ben Brereton, a player that we're actually looking at in our Blackburn Rovers career mode. Chadams, these are all pretty young players for the most part. Dele Alli, he'd be someone that would be absolutely incredible to bring in, but we're not particularly lacking in the central attacking midfield area. So I think what we're going to do is, like I was saying, just take a look at the squad, decide on a formation, how we'd want to set up, and then perhaps we'll base our targets around that. Right, so this looks kind of wacky and incredibly attacking, but as you will all know, of course, we are blessed at City with having so many attacking players that it's almost impossible to fit them all in the same team in one starting 11. And even now, with this formation, it's still been very, 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 very difficult, and there's still people on the bench that I'd like to get in there. But I think this is how we're going to line up to begin with in this series. Now, it could prove to be too attacking. We could be outnumbered in the midfield, which could be a massive, massive, massive downside to this formation. If that happens, then we'll obviously have to change it up. But right now, I was really determined to get Jesus, Aguero, De Bruyne, Silva, Sterling and Sane all together. So we're playing some sort of wacky 4-4-2 almost. I suppose it's a very asymmetric 4-4-2. We've sort of got De Bruyne as the deeper long central midfielder who's going to control the play. He's going to be spraying the ball out left, right and centre. We've then got Silva who's just in behind there, being able to play that killer through ball hopefully, but it might end up, if it's being too attacking, that we bring Silva's back a little bit, perhaps play Fernandinho instead. Not quite sure yet. We've then still got Sane and Sterling providing width. We've got Jesus up top, with Aguero playing that centre-forward support striker role that he did actually play a lot of for Atletico Madrid before he signed for City. So that is what we're going to be trying at first. Defence is pretty as I'd expect, really. We've got Walker at right back. We've got Stones and Otamendi, who've been superb for us in real life this season, the two centre-backs. And then, of course, with this being a career mode, Benjamin Mendy is not injured, so we're able to play him at left-back rather than Fabian Delph with Ederson in between the sticks. Like I say, it's a very, very different formation. It's a bit wacky. It's going to be interesting to see how we got on, because, I mean, Fernandinho I'd like to get in there, but we can't fit him in, and he's going to be someone that I think in the big games maybe he'll play instead of Silva, and we'll push De Bruyne further up, but he's going to be someone that's going to come into shore at the midfield. We've got Bernardo Silva, of course, is a very versatile player, can play on either wing or in those cam positions as well. And then we've got Phil Foden, who's another guy that I'd really, really like to get involved. Of course, a guy with a lot of potential, a guy that's made a lot of headlines recently as well, of course, with England winning the under-17, not under-17, was it under-19? The under-19 World Cup, I think. It was one of the World Cups anyway, and he was part of the winning team and got man of the match in the final. But this is the team that we're going to be doing for now. Areas that I think we need strengthening in. I certainly think we need another left back. Benjamin Mendy is the only natural left back that we've currently got at the club. And then I'll be very, very tempted to go in for another striker, because the way that we're playing with two up front essentially right now, we've only really got Jesus and Aguero. There's no other strikers at all. So they're the two areas that I really think we're lacking in. Everywhere else, I think we're absolutely fantastic. We've got good depth in the middle. We've got great depth on the wings. A lot of versatile players in there. Some nice depth in defence as well. We've got people like Company that we can bring in. Mangala, Danilo, of course, at right back. So I think we've got a lot of depth in a lot of positions. But the system that we're playing, I do think we're going to require another striker. And definitely, we'd certainly need another left back. So let me know in the comment section who you think we should be bringing in. Alexis Sanchez is a guy that a lot of you have mentioned to me already in comments of different videos for this series. So if you think we should get Alexis Sanchez, let me know in the comment section down below. But it's going to be very difficult to fit him in. I think, if anything, we need a backup striker. So I'm looking for someone that's maybe going to be able to play that third striker role. Maybe someone like Edin Dzeko we could bring back to the club. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments though. And yeah, striker and left back, they're the positions that we want. It's also worth mentioning, of course, I've given you a couple of positions that we're after. We have got an incredible war chest of funds. We've got £132 million in the transfer kitty, as well as 285k in the wage budget. So really, anything goes, realistically, doesn't it? We should be able to get in anyone we want as long as we're able to attract them to the club, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I've just set up training for the first time as well. These are the players that we're going to be focusing on to begin with. We've got Jesus, Sane, Phil Foden, Stones and Bernardo Silva. All of those which have got the little arrow saying they've got a lot of potential, and just players that I think in general can grow a lot. Sterling's probably the surprise one that's not there. We might end up chopping and changing him with Bernardo Silva in the long run, but that's what we're going to be going with to begin with. I think mainly you're looking at Jesus, Sane and Foden are the three players that could be absolutely incredible. But it is worth noting that in our FIFA 17 career mode that we did with City, John Stones grew incredibly well. He got up to like an 86 rated centre back within like a season and a bit, which was insane. So that's why I focused on him as well. You can see on the right here, we've won the race for Bernardo Silva. These are, of course, transfers that have already happened or did happen in real life, and they're being passed down into the game. I think we're going to simulate these pre-season games. I might play one of them for this episode, but I don't really want to advance too much further because I want to wait to see what you guys think before we bring in any players. Here we go then, guys. This is technically the first game of this entire series. We're in the Asian Elite Cup playing against Al Ali. You're going to see our lineup in a second, as well as Al Ali's. There's going to be nobody that we're recognising their lineup, I don't think. In fact, we're even going to see the lineup. It's going to go straight to the game, actually. I didn't know that happened. But I was going to quickly mention, I've said about getting in a left back and a striker. It would be cool, I think, to get someone that gives us a different option. So up front, I was thinking more of a target man kind of player, which is why I mentioned Edin Dzeko. And then at left back, I think I'm going to want Benjamin Mendy to be our first choice left back. He's a great player in real life, a lot of potential. So maybe someone that's able to play second fiddle to him. Maybe someone like a Ryan Bertrand potentially we could bring in there. But again, leaving it up to you guys. Let me know in that comment section down below. Sterling, that's a great touch if we can get away from his on, but he can't quite manage it. He's in there again though. And that's a lovely first time pass. And over on the break with Jesus and Aguero, the two danger men. And Jesus, tons of space. This should be 1-0. The first goal of the series. And it is indeed. Gabriel Jesus picks the ball about the net. Not what I intended to do there, of course. But that is why we want him and Aguero up top. I think the link-up could be exceptional, like we've seen at times in real life this season. Hopefully that can be the case. But just an awesome, awesome break. Jesus finishes it off. And we take a nice early lead. Silva's played it forward. Lovely touch from Kun Aguero. Sterling got the overlap of Kyle Walker. Goes back inside to Aguero. And Aguero's just going to run straight through the whole defence here. He's on his left foot, but it does not matter one iota because he slams it home. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to draw this formation. Obviously, Al Ali isn't going to be the biggest test in the world, but it's great to see the amount of numbers we've got going forward, making runs all over the shop, and that just opens the space up for Aguero to go on his weak foot and just slams it into the top corner. You'll see Sane at the top of the screen's making a run. You've got Jesus along the bottom, and then Sterling making an overlap as well. So there's just so many options there for the Al Ali defence to think about that it just gives Aguero a free roam essentially. It's great to have so many options going forward, which is, like I say, what we're trying to achieve here. Nice bit of football. We've got the runner as well. It's fantastic play. It's David Silva. Can he make it 3? Oh, he's hit the post. It's an absolute sitter, and David's hit the post. Well, there's the half-time whistle, guys. We're 2-0 up in this game at half-time. It's been absolutely just plain sailing so far, to be completely honest with you. But I am going to completely change the team around. I say that, I think we're still limited to how many subs we can do on FIFA, even though it's pre-season. But I am going to make a few changes. We're going to bring in Phil Foden on the left in place of Sane. We're going to take out David Silva for Bernardo Silva. And we're going to bring in... Who are we going to bring in? Let's bring in Yaya. No, let's bring in Gundogan for De Bruyne. I don't think we're going to be able to make any more changes. Let's try and find out. So let's try and bring on Danilo. Can we do that? Oh, we can. So we can make as many changes as we want in pre-season. That's cool. So we'll bring Company in for Otamendi. And we'll also bring in Yaya Toure for... tell you what, we'll bring on Toure in this sort of deep sitting role. We'll put Gundogan in behind, and then we'll... Oh, wrong player. We'll put Gundogan in behind, and we'll play Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side. So that's using up all our subs, I believe, apart from Fernandinho, who we could bring on at left-back, I suppose. Doesn't really play there, but you know what? Using up all the subs, so why not? We've also got... Yeah, that's all of them. That's all the subs made. Let's get into the second half. Let's not concede a goal. We want that clean sheet. That's just as important at this point. We've defended it well. Stones. Down the bottom to Foden. Goes back to Fernandinho, playing in at left-back spot, of course, for this second half. And we've got a runner here. I think it's Foden who's gone on. It is Phil Foden. What can we do here? Can we go across goal? Well, on ever. Phil Foden. I'll tell you what, he's coming at half-time. And he's got a goal. That's a sign of things to come, hopefully, from the youngster in real life and in this series. I did say I wanted to get him involved. He's going to be coming off the bench a hell of a lot. The problem is, from his point of view, Sane, also a very young, very talented footballer on that same position. But Foden comes on, gets a goal. That's exactly what we want to see from the local boy. Local lad? Local young man? I don't know. He's a youngster, innit? Looking to drop inside. We've got Lobby. Look at this. Is exactly what I want from this system. It's a lovely overlapping run from Bernardo Silva. And he makes it 4-0. Absolutely superb. That's a prime example of what I want to see from it. Like I said, there's just options everywhere. And then, because all the defence has been pulled inside, Bernardo Silva's managed to make that run on the outside. And he's just all on his own. I mean, again, I know it's only Al Ali. And oh my god, the fans are doing the Poznan. No way is that a thing on this FIFA. I did not know that. I don't think that was a thing on FIFA 17 at least. But that is absolutely sick. But yeah, again, like Bernardo Silva's on his own. Takes the chance well. Makes it 4-0. And it has been an obliteration, this game. Absolutely dominated it from start to finish. And just after that Bernardo Silva goal, the ref blows his full-time whistle. Like I say, a 4-0 win. Absolutely dominated that game from the first whistle to the final one. Very convincing performance. You can see 47% possession is quite surprising. I can't believe we've had less possession, but they've had 2 shots. They haven't hit the target. Edison's not been worked. We've had 7 shots, 4 on target. All 4 of our shots on target going. 85% passing. I'd like that to be a little bit higher, but you know what? Still a very solid performance. And like I said, that is how we're going to be ending episode 1. Let me know your thoughts on who we should be bringing in the comment section down below. I know I've mentioned it several times in today's episode, but I'll repeat myself again. We want a striker, and we want to left back. The striker we want to be giving us a different dimension. So we've got Jesus and Aguero, like I was mentioning, Dzeko maybe being an option, you know. Target man, bring something different. So leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below. But you can see we've had a transfer offer for Kevin De Bruyne of £98.2 million to end the episode, which I can tell you right now, we're not going to be accepting that. Who's it from? Out of interest, it's from Barcelona. Let's just straight away. What do we press here? Is there a way to just block? No, we can just reject the offer there. I was going to just block all offers for him, but we're going to reject the offer because De Bruyne is not a player that we're interested in selling. But it's quite cool to see 98 million offered by Barcelona. What a way to end the episode. But again, if you enjoyed this one, lads, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. Hopefully you're as shocked for the return of the City Career Mode as I am. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will speak to you all tomorrow with probably a Road to Glory episode, because there's not been one of those for quite some time. So I'll catch you all there tomorrow, lads. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Nidge out.